Okay, welcome back again, guys. So, for our fourth part in our ongoing platformer tutorial series for beginners using the LUA language and Love 2D framework. So, let's go ahead and open our project. It's called Interim. As you can see in our previous video, we made a moving representation of our character or our player object. So as you can see, it moves, so we got it working. So for now, what we're going to do is let's go ahead and add something to our game engine or something. Okay, so here in our engine we need something to uh, like a state manager. We're going to create our very own state manager. So to do that, what we need first is to make something like uh, have our own engine, and then set defaults. Okay, so we're going to move our this one, we're going to load it from another file. So instead of this, let's create another file, our source directory. Let's call it defaults.lua, and let's just paste it there. Okay, so let's put it in a function, in a table. Local default is equals to and then return defaults. Okay, so let's make a function. Let's call this function defaults load. So our defaults will be here. So if we have any basic configuration file, let's do this here. And so what we need is read from a file name, and then we local t, or name it whatever you want. Local t is equals to require that file name. Okay, and after that we need to load that. Okay, so what we need to do here is uh, basically it's up to you if you want to put everything in a single call function, like here, add this here, or we can say game and then set defaults, and then the require path, each is as our source, then defaults. As you can see, if we run this still works. Okay, so now we're going to add our basic scene manager or something like that. So to do that, we're going to add this into our engine class, so everything will be encapsulated in our engine. So what we need to do is we can add this here inside the table engine. So we can say engine dot scene, engine dot state manager, like that. Or what we can do is make a separate file and load it separately. So first, let's focus on state manager.lua. Let's create that first. Okay, so local, let's just call it sm, and then return sm, and then we can also set meta table here, like our engine class, or we can use the class that we used. So let's say local class is equals to require, our class is in modules class, and so on. And instead of giving it a table value, we're still going to give it a table value, but let's derive from the class extend, and then the name will be state manager. As you can see, we can change the name here. It's you don't have to name the string according to this variable. Okay, So what we need to do is make a function called new. Okay, so let's check our class. So that's what we need. And then if let's just say we want to print, let's just test this out if this works. Print 1. So if we run the game, it doesn't do anything. But in our engine, what we can do is also require it. So require, can put it, let's try putting it here. So state, let's just call this SM. Okay, SM, not the mall. Require, that will be source state manager, and there you go. So if you run this still, it doesn't do anything. But if we're going to call new here, let's add a function call there, it's going to print 1, so it works. But as you can see, if we use our console, if we try to access that SM, it's there, right? It's there, so we can access it even if it's outside our, even if it's outside our uh, even if it's in under the local variable engine. So what we can do is our state manager, we have let's first get all, get list all, or load all load all. So we're going to give it a file name, and then local state list is no, let's just call this self.list so we can access it. Self.list is equals to require file name, and after we require the file name, we're going to say self set tags. So set tags, we're going to call that function. So what is, how are we going to use load all function? Oops, I misspelled, I mean wrong casing. Okay, so we need to create source, and then let's say, oh no, let's not put it under source, let's just put this in the root directory states.lua. Wait a minute, let's create a directory for our states, and then let's inside that states folder, let's create a file name list, and then here we can say local list is equals to table again. So as you can see, most of the time we're going to create a table, we're going to use this convention, and then let's just say list dot splash menu is the first one, so require states dot splash. So you can require every state, any state in this whole list. So menu, and then states menu, like that. So first let's create in our states, let's create splash.lua local splash. This is just for example, and then states menu.lua. So we're not going to do anything for now there. We just need to make our, so let's close that. We just need to make this state manager working, and then when we call function sm load all, no, it's supposed to be new, and then okay, never mind, we don't need this load all functions. What we need to do is in our game class here, no, in our main Lua, we can say here we can say game.sm load all, and then the file will be in states and then list. Okay, so that should work. That should not attempt to call method new a nil value. Oh, okay, because we add this stuff, so let's remove that. Let's remove that function call. And oh, set tags, we forgot set tags, I mean. So set tags is for adding name to the, or tags to the states. So what we can do for each state, I mean, for this is going to be a for loop for kv key values in pairs, and then self.list do, let's say v that tag is equals to k, so let's check what's k and v. What's key and value? It's okay. See, the keys are menu and splash, and these are the values. So the values are tables, so basically we're going to give this global variable, or I mean the variable tag into that table, and the value will be its name. So we can say, let's run the game again and let's use our console. Let's say print game.sm.get, oh no, I mean list, and then dot. As you can see, we have splash and menu here appearing. So if we print splash, it's a table. Okay, so after, basically you can put this code here, no need to make a separate function, but still we're going to. Okay, so in our engine class we need something like a function that switches states. Oh, maybe, okay, let's just use it here. Okay, function, because it's in state manager, so we have to put this here. Switch, let's just call this switch and then new state. And then first self.current, okay, self.current state first is equals, no, self.current, and then call the exit function and that scene, and then self.current, and give it, then change it to the new one, and then load in that new one. Okay, so in our we need to create self.current. Oh no, we need a load function here. Let's just call this new, and then the start, and then the scene or state. So we need a starting point. Okay, so self.current is equals to self.current will be is equals to self.list, and then get that state. Okay, so in our engine, or I mean our main.lua, what we can do is game.sm.start, and then we want to start at the splash screen or state. If we run that, we don't get any error. But to prove that it's working, let's open our splash, and then let's create a function, two functions called load and then exit. So I'm going to demonstrate to you the the switch function. So print, you can say let's print the name, so splash, or we can use self that tag and then concatenate with space and then hello. That is not how you spell hello, like that, and then another one, print itself that tag. So and then bye bye. So we're sure that we're calling on this state and then menu. Let's do both function menu load and then print self that tag and then hi who, not who, it's hi, and then function menu and then exit, print self that tag, concatenate with by like that. So okay, we forgot in our self that start we need to actually load that. So if we run this, we're only going to see one in splash hello, right? Because we only load it. But if we will switch, we can use function. You can call function here in the console. So again, .sm switch, and then the new state will be a string. Let's call this menu. So if we press that, self index. Oh wait, current any value. Wait, what? There is something, I think I missed something. This should wait, so where's it says it's a nil value, then we load the file and then when we use switch we exit our self.current is table, right? And then we exit and then we let's try that again. I don't understand what's the problem. I didn't make any typo. Menu current. Oh, it should be switch. Okay, it should be colon. I forgot the colon. Okay, there you go, it works. I just forgot to use the colon, so be sure not to forget that. SM then colon. Okay, and then switch. Let's say hello menu, call method load a nil value. It prints the splash by but the current load, but the menu load doesn't work. Oh, okay, we're doing this wrong. It's not supposed to be equal to new state. It's supposed to be self.list and then new state. Okay, I'm pretty sure this will work now. Switch and then let's try menu. Okay, there goes splash by and menu high, as you can see. But if we go back to splash like that, okay, so menu by and then splash hello, as you can see we got our state manager working. So let's close, so you can add more here. As you can see, it's working. Let's close that and let's close the player. We're not going to touch the player for a long time. And there you go, we made our very own engine, or sort of. I think we should move this. What we can do is just, instead of saying, I think this is better, instead of saying self.start, let's create a function called new, and inside that new we're going to this where we're going to call load all, and then file name, and then after file name start, and then state. Okay, so here we have file name and then start, state, sorry, state. So instead of calling, yes, we can do it here, game.sn, and call that, we can say states that, states and list, and then splash. So this will work. Okay, so let's avoid making too many function calls on our engine. So as you can see, it works, but there's another approach. What we can do is call everything in a call everything, let's see here, call everything here in our engine initialized. Let's call everything there. So you might ask me, it's going if we do that, there's going to be so many arguments. Yes, but we can use a table to separate. Let's not do that. Okay, I don't want to confuse you, and that's hard to manage. So let's save our session. So as you can see, we made our scene manager or state manager, I guess, right? And uh, this video is like 20 minutes over, so let's cut it out here, and on our let's continue later, the next video. So I don't know what to do next, so if you have any suggestions, just comment or tweet or whatever you want to do. And as always, please subscribe so you will get a notification if I upload a new video, so you'll get updated. And as always, see ya and have a lovely day.